good turn for the Clippers yesterday, but it didn't end with the result that Kawhi had hoped for. Devin Booker dropped 35 points and knocked down the game-winning fadeaway jumper over Kawhi and Paul George at the buzzer to give the Suns a 117-115 win. The Clippers now drop to 1-2 since the season has resumed. And Skip, I want to start with you. How bad of a loss is this for the Clippers?
Not bad at all.
All right.
Oh, not bad, huh?
Silly me. I actually gained faith in the Clippers yesterday. I loved how the Clippers competed in the second half. And you have to put it into your favorite word, context, because the Clippers in their previous outing had made a franchise record 25 three-point shots. That was 53% of those taken against the Pelicans. They led the Pelicans by 42 points late in the third quarter. They had 41 points mid-fourth quarter. That's how bad of a rout, a blowout that was. So it was predictable that they would come out a little flat, a little uninspired against a Phoenix team that was an also-ran to even be included in the bubble.
Yeah.
Most people are going to take them a little bit lightly, although don't look now, but Phoenix has won all three of its games in the bubble and is the first to get to 3-0. So what predictably happened to the Clippers yesterday? They made only 8 of 29 threes. That was 27.6%. So they went from feast to famine from the three-point line because that's usually how it works. But did they do what the Lakers did against Toronto, which is wave that flag and say, we fold our tents, we give up, we go home, no mas? The Lakers got challenged by a team that doesn't have Kawhi Leonard anymore, but it is the defending champs. And they do have some grit and some toughness, especially in the defensive end. And all of a sudden, they were getting up into LeBron and AD. They were double-teaming poor old AD, and he said, I don't know how to do this. LeBron, could you do this? And LeBron couldn't do this. So they had a 4-point lead with 10 minutes left in the game, and they got outscored by 19 points down the stretch because they said, we give up. No mas. The Clippers had every right to say no mas to the Phoenix Suns because the Suns are young and talented, and they're playing with nothing to lose and everything to gain for a Monty Williams, who is a fine man and a fine basketball coach, and he's got something cooking in Phoenix right now that is going to turn into a contender sooner than later. So all of a sudden, what happened? Kawhi said in the second half, enough of this.
Oh, so when he said in the first half?
Because it happens in the bubble where you're looking down the road and you say, well, here comes Dallas next, and then we got, we got some legit teams coming up, and let's take our foot off the gas in the first half. And in the second half, he said, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to play my tail off. He made 7 of 11 shots. He scored 17 in the second half, and he brought them all the way back to what should have been a big V, as in victory. Not a dub, but a victory, because they overcame long odds. They were down 13, and all of a sudden it comes down to Kawhi with 30 seconds left, having to make 2 free throws to tie the game. And he clutched up because he's got clutch gene in him that LeBron doesn't have from the free throw line late in games. And he did something LeBron couldn't dream of doing. He ripped both those free throws. Then we come down to the other end. And what happened at the other end? They suffocate the Phoenix Suns. Rubio, he took a bad shot, and it's a big miss. And our man, Big Zoo, who went for 18 and 12 yesterday, he comes up with the rebound. We're about to see Ricky Rubio. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? We got nothing. We got nothing, because these guys will lock you up. Rubio, where are you? Ricky, oh, there you are. Try. No, that won't work. Zoo, you got it. And he throws it right to Mikal Bridges. And that's the ball game, because all of a sudden, if you get that ball to Kawhi or Paul George, some good things are going to happen on the other end, because you're going to have a semi-fast break, I believe. And instead, with 5 seconds left, I'm sitting with Ernestine. I said, hey, just don't let that guy shoot. Don't let Devin Booker shoot it. So they put Paul George with Kawhi sort of shading him a little bit. And Paul George contested that shot as well as you can. Well, he contested so well, he did foul him. I will buy that. And he still swished it. because he will take and make the biggest shots. That's what he is best at. He is not Steph. He's not Clay. He's only a 36% three-point shooter. But at the end of games, he's beyond Steph.
Well, first of all, Skip Bayless, I don't know why they put Paul George on him. Because in the history of the NBA, nobody has given up more game-winning shots than Paul George.
Yeah, and every one of them are well contested, hotly contested.
But it ain't working.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and get it.
So maybe he's got bad mojo.
Ain't no bad mojo.
Yeah.
But see, this is what the problem I have with you, Skip. The Suns, you like, they don't even have any business being down there, and they overlooked them. Why are you overlooking somebody? They playing. You call Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. You give all these excuses.
Did they lose by 19?
They lost. Skip, you know how this works.
They lost by an all-time great last-second shot to lose by, what, 3 or 2? Was it 2?
Skip, did they lose? We don't do moral victories here. We don't do, well, you
I'm not taking a moral victory.
You try to take one against the Lakers.
We
caught
deserve one.
So what I'm saying, Skip, you know what I'm saying? If you guys can't blow somebody out, if somebody make you play all 4 quarters, get you out to the deep, drag you out to the deep, I'm starting to see you guys can't swim as well as you pretend you can. Because everybody can swim in the pool, but very few people can swim in the ocean.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to see.
Huh, what happened on Christmas Day when LeBron was up by 7 with 3 minutes left? 7 with 3 minutes left, and way out in the deep, LeBron drowned.
Whoa.
He drowned.
Hold on. That was the last criminal, right?
Yep.
Criminal day. So what last 2 times we played y'all?
This season.
Okay, what last 2 times we played y'all? What happened?
Well, that was it.
This season.
Oh, this season.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, Avery Bradley happened. He made 6 threes in the 3rd game, the one before the hiatus.
You see what you do, Skip? Okay, Avery Bradley had a good game, game 3. And we win the ball game. But you don't mention anything about Lou and Trez going bonkers in the 3rd and 4th quarter of the first 2 games. You don't even mention that. You talk about Kawhi.
Thank you for bringing it up, because they weren't here in the first bubble game, right? That's why it was a moral victory.
Wait, hold on. We don't have Avery Bradley. We don't have Avery Bradley.
I thought he was just a bit part.
You see, now he's just a bit part. But y'all need Trez because he's Olajuwon. Y'all need Lou Will because he's Steph Curry.
He's the closer.
Hold on. How you have 2 closers?
2 bench closers.
I've never seen this before in my life. A team say, can you imagine LeBron and D Wade, and you got Shane Battier, Mike Miller, the ball in their hands at the end of the game?
Were they that good?
Can you imagine Shaq and Kobe and the ball in Rick Fox's hands at the end of the game?
Who's the reigning 6th man? Who is it? Oh, it's Lou Will.
Reigning 6th man of the year or reigning Finals MVP? You tell me.
It's raining buckets when those 2 are on the floor in the 4th quarter.
It rained nothing.
Montrez might be the 6th man of the year this year.
It rained. So that's what he went? He went to get a bucket of chicken?
I don't know.
Is that what he went to get? So he needed a bucket of chicken, old lemon pepper Lou. Is that what he need, Skip?
He's back.
You know they do mail delivery. They do delivery. Yeah, they're ship. I talked to the owner the other day. He said, hey, you need something? I said, no, I'm good right now.
Mail delivery. That's a first for me. I'm ending this right now because you know who I've missed hearing from?
I haven't missed him.
Michael Rappaport. It has been way too long, guys. He joins us